meeting to order. Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Dominic, Johnson,
Present.
Williams, Lynn,
Here.
Bowman,
Present.
Baker, Lynch, Escudate,
Here.
Thibodeau,
Here.
Cox,
Oh.
Smith.
Here. Here.
We have a quorum, Mr. Vice President.
Thank you. We'll have our invocation by Bishop Larry Brandon, if you'll come up, and then we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Epperson, since it's our Veterans Day coming
We
up.
actually got somebody that knows what they're doing.
Great bishop.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, and I'm also a veteran as well. Let's look to the Lord. Father, you're an awesome God, and we appreciate you for this opportunity to even speak to you. We thank you for the grace to do so. You made this day for us, and we're going to continue to rejoice and be glad in it. I thank you for the chair asking me to lead in prayer, and I praise you for the chair and all of these commissioners. And God, even as we make decisions today, we ask you to guide our hearts, guide our thoughts, that we may continue to represent all of our people. God, I ask you to continue to bless even Commissioner Bowman, who's being sworn in today, as he continues to join the team as an elected official. Continue to use him for your glory. God, again, bless these ladies, these gentlemen, and bless their families, because they're making great sacrifices to serve our community. We thank you for them now. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Let's all face the flag. All active military and veterans render the hand to brow salute. All others hand over your hearts, and let's repeat the pledge in unison. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay.
I took it before I came to
We'd like to, before we have the swearing in, and that's going to be our next, I just wanted to welcome everybody here today. We have a wonderful, wonderful crowd. We're glad to see you here. I'm sure you're all here for the swearing in, but hope you stay to watch the democracy and open. So we'll move ahead to our swearing in ceremony. Tom?
We're swearing in from Mr. Gerald Bowman, Commissioner-elect for Caddo Commission District 5, Honorable Judge John Mosley, Caddo Parish District Judge, administering oath of office. Judge? Bowman, y'all like to go to the front? Right up to the front there.
You told her to tell the truth, so we have to God.
I did that a couple times.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Gerald Bowman,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution and laws
that I will support the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of the state of Louisiana,
of the state of Louisiana,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent on me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as Caddo Parish Commissioner.
as Caddo Parish Commissioner.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Gerald, do you want to say anything to us? Speech.
Well, first, you want to speak to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank God sincerely and wholeheartedly, because without Him, I would not be here in this position, in the position as a human. And just to be here at all, I have to give all credit to God right now. I also, I have to give credit to my mother.
Amen.
know that she's not here, but I do believe she's here in spirit.
Amen.
And if she's not, she's in my heart. I want to thank my dad, who's been with me, brought me into this world, and I'm eternally and forever grateful, Dad, and I thank you. I definitely have to thank my bishop, who's Bishop L. Lawrence Brandon. I could go. I want to thank everyone that's here, but I want everyone who is here to know sincerely I do love you, and I know by you coming here, and even if you did not, that you love me unconditionally. And for that, I thank you, and that means everything to me. And I appreciate that very much so. Okay. To my colleagues, I really thank you all coming into this. I knew that, well, first of all, let me just say, my purpose here, I don't know what everyone else's purpose is, but mine is one that's different. I know I'm purposed to be here, and it's not by my might, but I want to thank you all, because before I even got to this date, before the people elected me, you all decided on your own to be so gracious enough to allow me to be here. And I want to tell you, each and every one of you, even since I've been here, whether we agreed or agreed to disagree, everyone's been respectful, and I really couldn't be with a better group of people. Behind there and even away from there, everyone has been so genuine to me, and it means a lot. And believe it or not, I love you all as well. So, I also, my brother, in his absence, I want to,
He's there.
I want him to know.
I might add, while Brother Gerald gets his composure, he and I always jokingly state about how sharp we dress. So I'm not going to ask him to publicly tell some of the acronyms that I gave him as to describing our attire. But it's good to have a young man of his caliber willing to step forward. And we, as the old stalwarts, going to do all that we can to make sure that his journey is as easy making that transition to public life as possible. So, welcome.
Gerald?
That was my allergies.
Well, answer to the tape.
They attacked me real good.
You're learning.
So before my allergies continue, I just want to thank you all again, and thank you, Cousin Brian. Sorry if anybody's watching. I just want to thank you all again, and this really means a lot to have each and every one here. And I'm human, but I'm gonna do my best and continue to trust in God to represent not only the people I represent, but to represent the Caddo Parish Commission proudly and respectfully. And I thank you all again. Sorry, Brother Chairman.
You can't get away that easy. We got a couple of commissioners that want to say some things to you. Commissioner Escaday?
Gerald, I just want to tell you that I don't know that I've ever been more honored or excited to serve with someone. My allergies are fixed to act up too. I think you know what your mother meant to me, and you have her heart, and you being here makes her not be, and it's so much easier for me. And I promise you, I will help you do everything you can to not make the mistakes I've made, so that you can be successful throughout the rest of your life. And I'm proud to serve with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And those mistakes were many.
Yes, But God is forgiving,
Okay.
but the commission members may not be.
At least not Stephanie, huh?
Commissioner Beyonce today.
Okay, Stephanie, I'm trying to help you out a little bit. Commissioner Williams?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, to my colleagues on the commission, to those that sit in the audience who observe this historical day of a young man who walks in the shoes of his mother. I know we have a rich heritage, but we have a bright future. I can recall when I was the tender age of 31 years old when I first got appointed to the commission, and I too had to respect the wisdom, and I didn't know my way to the bathroom when I first came up here. And unfortunate, I had the opportunity to serve with Commissioner Epperson, Commissioner Escobar. And those that have gone on before me was my mentor. They mentored me.
Yes, sir.
And oftentimes, young men, in order to learn from the past, you have to respect the future. And you have to also remember the past.
Yes, sir.
Can't forget from whence you come. Everybody had to be helped somewhere in life. Whatever you do, never forget your roots.
Yes, sir.
Never forget the ones who stood by you when nobody else would. Now, everybody that didn't know you, didn't want to know you, gonna want to know you now.
Yes, sir.
You gonna have friends that you never thought was your friend. You gonna have people that was there with you, wasn't with you when you won. Now, everybody gonna want to be with you now.
Yes, sir.
So be careful, be wise. Those that said it with you when you were down and nowhere to be found, where were they?
Right.
So hopefully that you will recognize that now that you are among the ranks of being a public servant, and you give our best hope in the future.
Thank you.
And whatever I could do, the little knowledge I have, and like he said, yes, I've made some mistakes, poor choices in my character building years to become a man. To be handed over some as like this is real difficult from a young black boy that come from the hood that never thought he would be elected official. So sometimes we get things too fast. They're not being denied, they're just being delayed.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully that you would take this position very, very, very seriously. Our young people are looking up to you for hope.
Yes, sir.
A lot of our young black boys and girls don't have any hope. So we hope that you don't fail yourself and you don't fail them. And we all will be here to help you guys through the process. God bless you.
Yes, sir.
I'll be here with you, and I'll definitely be in my prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Commissioner Epperson?
Well, Bowman, I guess I'll share how sharp you are today with you publicly with this one. Clean as the board of health.
Thank you.
I'm teaching them well. They got swag.
Praise God.
That's it.
That's it? No, that's good.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
talk about the others.
Oh, okay.
Commissioner
Can't
Johnson?
say it on TV.
Commissioner Bowman, I joked with you Monday about, once you got elected, you changed your whole dressing attire. So, I just want to say that, I'm proud of you. I've been with you since day one. This summer, we joined the Next Generation Committee. Looking forward to working with you on that, with NECO. And we're up, we're up.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Commissioner Cox?
Commissioner Bowman,
Yes, sir.
you are a light of the future. And I say that because when we talk about generations, I'm 52, a few of them's a little older, a few of us a little younger than that. But when we look at young men of today, to lead not only this parish, but this city and this state, we need confidence in our young people.
Yes.
And you being who you are and who raised you, and your mother and father did an excellent job, but the bloodline is there to
Yes,
go
sir.
forward. And like Mr. Escaday, Mr. Williams, and everybody else has said, we're going to support you, because when we're long gone, you're still going to be here. And we need good men to lead us. And I'm sure that we're going to get as much out of you as we can
Yes, sir.
before we leave. And I got 2 years left. So it's going to be an honor working with you as much as it was working with your mother.
Oh, bless you. That means a lot. Thank you.
Commissioner Lynch?
Uh-oh, Commissioner Beyonce.
Best for last.
You made that tissue again?
Well, let me say, first of all, whatever happens, wherever we are,
Yes, ma'am.
stays there.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna go with that one.
Press is here.
Commissioner, Bishop Brandon didn't hear that, did he?
Right. Vegas with her, Gerald.
No Vegas trips.
The bishop and I have an understanding, a good understanding. There's a quote that Theodore Roosevelt said, and this is pretty much, I guess, will summarize what I would have to say to you in the short version. In any situation, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing you can do is the wrong thing. The worst thing you can do is nothing. I know you know, everyone knows that the legacy that your mother left, and certainly we appreciate legacy, the legacy of this board, and certainly of her contribution to the board. I'm looking for, and I'm sure the community, I know the community that we serve, are looking for leaders that actually do something. And that would just be my words to you, Gerald. Just, you look good, you dress nice, but we want somebody that's going to do something.
Right.
About action, and I know that you are, because
right.
I've seen you in action. And so I can certainly appreciate that and look forward to serving with you, continuing to serve with you.
All right. Thank you.
Commissioner Thibodeau?
Gerald, I didn't know your mother as well as most people in this room did, but I knew her well enough to know that what she would probably be saying to you today is, Gerald, you need to walk in your own shoes now. You've walked in mine long enough, so it's time to walk in your own shoes. And I also want you to know that I tell you this when you first got here, that if you need any help, look to your left. And that's the only time I'll ever tell you. That is the only time I'll ever tell you to look to your left. Most time
Bad advice already.
because you'll get good, honest advice.
Yes, sir.
And finally, I want you to stay well because you still owe me a lunch.
That's right. Hey, the brothers.
He meant from your present position.
Okay.
Standing in front of the podium.
Right.
Sherlock time. What you got, Sherlock?
Commissioner Lynn?
Commissioner Bowman, thank you for being my friend. It is an honor to be your friend.
Yes, sir.
And I look forward to you continuing to vote on your own beliefs, the way that you believe, the way that you've shown that you vote.
That's all I know how to do.
And just know that on the contrary to other commissioners, that anything that goes down out of town, when you and I are hanging out, it can be on the front page of the newspaper.
I believe that.
Don't go there.
He just got
Now, family, we have guests.
He's reformed, that's all.
Leave them alone.
Gerald?
Married now.
Sam, you didn't have this much fun when you was up here, man.
Hey, Gerald, I think everybody's spoken except me, and I just want to tell you that, your mom meant a lot to me. I looked up to her, just felt so much for her, and it's just an honor to me for you to step in her shoes and be able to serve on this commission. I think everybody on this commission body is extremely, extremely proud of you. We've all kind of ran races, and after you get through running races, man, it's kind of difficult, and it's like a burden taken off of your shoulders when you win. But I can't really imagine how you had to do it with your mom passing. So I look up to you, and I hope, yes, sir, God did it all for you. And I would just simply say, I think all the commission, every one of us, are looking very, very toward the future for an enjoyable time to continue to work with you, because we simply know that, like you said, like the other commissioners said, you're our future. You're kind of the newest guy around here, but the ceiling, is the limit for you. You can go a lot of places you can go, and we're going to be all behind you. And we really, really wish you the best of luck. So we're glad for you to come up here and take this seat right now with us.
Yes, sir.
Tell them to vote with you and show me they with you.
Oh, one more, Commissioner Smith.
Oh, yeah, my buddy.
He woke up.
I'll take care of it.
Hang on, guys, hang on.
know, some people talk all the time, you don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
I knew your mother a long time ago. I never told you. Your
Yes, sir.
mother and I were founding members of the Queensboro Neighborhood Association.
That's right.
As you know, I had some properties over there, so I was very involved with your mom in that vicinity over there. She was always fighting for those people over there. And she and I enjoyed a good working relationship then, and she cares for people just like you do, and you're going to represent them really well.
Thank you.
So you got great people over there. I love them just like you do.
Thank you, Brother Smith.
That's it.
I can head out.
Come on, grab your seat. Let's get on with it.
Let's go to work.
Go to work.
Play.
Thank you all.
Sir.
Before we go any further, I don't mean to be out of order, but
Again?
I can't help but to recognize Bishop Larry Brandon, who's been promoted to, is it third presiding bishop of the Full Gospel International. The bishop that's been elected is from Shreveport, Louisiana.
All right.
He's Mr. Walker's and Judge Walkerman's son.
Okay.
He's one of the sons of Mount Canaan Baptist Church. So a lot of great things come out of Shreveport, Louisiana. So we just want to say we welcome you, we congratulate you, and hopefully we can suspend the rules that we can offer a resolution of recognition.
That's right.
I'm gonna let you.
That's my
if that's your
bishop, we
bit.
got this. It's already.
You already took care of it?
Everybody's fighting for you, Bishop.
For both of them, the bishop and him?
I got it.
He got it.
Right, Todd?
Yes, ma'am.
You got it. I got this.
All right.
Well, make sure my name get on there. That's what's important. Thank you.
Okay.
My bishop, thank you, man.
Okay, Commissioner Escudé.
Bishop Brandon, it's like, he said you were like a triple bishop now? I'm Catholic, so bear with me. Is that like a cardinal?
I'm pretty close, huh?
Anyway, you know I love you and congratulations. Thank you. Also want to recognize, since the chair is asleep at the wheel, he's from Vivian, you understand he's a little slow. Then we have Councilman Jenkins with us and School Board Member Dottie Bell, and if I missed it, but Attorney Extraordinary Danny Malone with us. Yeah. Good to see that.
Y'all can't go to city council and get all this.
We can move on with our meeting this time.
Mr. Vice President, I also want to thank once again Honorable Judge John Mosley for coming over today and administering the oath for us. Thank you, sir. Next, we'll move to agenda additions.
Okay, I have, I know Commissioner Epperson has a agenda addition.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to extend today's agenda.
Second. Motion to expand the agenda concerning a proclamation regarding Veterans Day.
Right,
joint proclamation between the four governing bodies. Okay.
Yes.
That motion has been made by Commissioner Epperson and seconded by Commissioner Williams to expand the agenda. Can we all vote in favor of that at this time?
Operator.
We'll get our, there we go.
Y'all give them time.
Okay, that passes 100%, so now we need a motion by...
To put it on the agenda under special resolutions.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Epperson to actually place it on the agenda and seconded by Commissioner Williams. And if we can vote in just a second. Okay.
Operator.
11-0, that passes. It'll be placed on the agenda. Next item.
Citizen comments.
Okay, I have two cards. First card that I have for public comments is for Larry Haygood. Is this correct? Is Larry Haygood here? Coach, are you a coach?
That's
Come on up, Coach.
That's
If you'll come up to the podium, please.
Ransom.
You sure you're coaching our player?
I think you are, yeah, that's what I think you if you could give us your name and address first, and then you can tell us what's going on with the,
My name is Larry Haygood, 217 Jones Street, Department 401, Shreveport, Louisiana.
You have to get your phone number too.
Oh, okay.
You gotta watch it.
you married?
The bishop's
I know, I'm single.
Hey.
Wrong answer.
Coach, don't do it, Coach.
In a relationship.
Don't get a deputy to help him out of the building now.
All right.
Meeting adjourned.
Coach. What's this, my first meeting, and everybody's just cracking up on me. Coach, go ahead, buddy.
Well, I'm one of the assistant coaches of the Shreveport Bossier Mavericks, your city's new professional basketball organization. I have with me some of my guys and one of the assistant coaches, Albert Wallvogel.
Ask him to come up.
Come on up.
Come on up. Come on, show him off. Shreveport Mavericks. Should have been Caddo Mavericks.
This is my assistant coach partner, Albert Wallvogel. This is Alex Sanders. They call him the Big Ticket. This is Brandon Davis. This is Chad Eichelberger. And this is Tyrone Hamilton. And these guys are representatives of the Shreveport Bossier Mavericks. We have a 33-game home court winning streak that's going to roll into the Hirsch on the 14th. Actually, next weekend, next Thursday. We're opening up this weekend. It's our first regular season game in New Orleans against the New Orleans Cougars. We're playing them at the Convocation Center at Xavier University at 7 p.m. If any of you guys want to shoot down for the weekend. But yeah, we're just excited about the season. The public has really opened their arms and accepted us, and they're excited everywhere I go. And they see me with a shirt on or a hat or anything. They're, hey, when's the first game? Where's it going to be? They're excited, and we're happy to have a quality product. And we have these great athletes on the team that are going to really try to put this on the map for the city.
Good.
You got more than just those, right? You got more players than just that, right?
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, if you need to, we'll send Mike over there for you.
Yeah, we'll get them a workout.
Did you mention where you're going to be playing?
We're playing at the Hirsch Coliseum.
That's right.
The opening weekend is the Tip-Off Classic. It'll be the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th. And it'll be 10 total games in 3 days. So you'll be able to see our team and some other teams will be playing throughout the season. So our level of competition, we might have a chance to establish some rivalries. We have Monroe has a team, Jackson, Mississippi has a team. We're real territorial here in Shreveport, so we don't like this side and they don't like that side. So we're hoping we get a good turnout for the Monroe game, the New Orleans game when they come up here. Just a good thing for the city to rally around. We've been involved in the community through school drives. We were in 2 school drives for back to school. And we're establishing a reading program for our players to go out to the schools and read to the kids. And just let them know that there's more to life than basketball and more to life than sports. Education is going to be a bedrock no matter which direction you're trying to go in. Sure. So this is pretty much the message that we're carrying.
We got a few commissioners that want to ask you some questions. The first one, are all of the games going to be at Hirsch?
Well, we had an exhibition game this past Saturday at LSUS, in which all the proceeds went to their student union fund. And then we will have another regular season game at Bossier Parish Community College, in which all the proceeds will go to their student union fund or athletic department.
Okay.
But for principally, yes, that will be at the Hirsch.
Okay, Commissioner Williams.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me just commend the Mavericks for choosing Shreveport as home team. We're looking for community-oriented family activities to carry our family besides gaming, and I hope the Sport Commission had some have supported you in the future. Also, just for the record, this young man was a graduate of Booker T. Washington High School. Yes. And his grandfather is Dr. E. Elbert Jones.
All right.
And the young man there, Mr. Hamilton, also the proud graduate of Booker T. Washington High School that I happen to attend to as well, a proud graduate of. So I want to commend. There's a lot of great things come out of Booker T, but sometimes go unnoticed.
Yes, sir.
Also, I wanted to share with you about how important it is that we give back in the community providing mentoring. I work with a program called Swag Nation. Stop sagging, start swagging. We're trying to develop the morals and the values and respect and honor for our seniors, and flag, for our country and for our community. So I'll be reaching out to maybe come and speak to these young men that are they're not cherry picked like most kids. They come out of the juvenile justice system. And so far, out of 280 some kids, no child that came through the program has went back to the prison system.
That's awesome.
So, well spent. So because we have great men like yourself that are very positive, because all the media do is show us, rap music, entertainment, is show black people doing bad things all the time. Sagging, pants down, tattoos, golden ring, killing, shooting, don't take care of their kids. That's all the media show about us. So what you see is what you become. Is that all you see? So we need to start showing the positive side of black America. That we can be respectful, that we can get education, that we can go to church, that we can raise our children, and we can be positive image for the young next generation. So I'm gonna be counting on you guys, I'll be calling you, come out and offer some of your input and help developing these young boys so they can be successful young men in our community. So give it a good work. I'll be coming to the games and look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I would be remiss to say if I also that I was not a proud graduate of Grambling State University.
I was going to take that. I got you. I got you.
Commissioner Bowman?
Thank you, Brad Chairman. One thing, since you brought that up, he's also not only from Shreveport, but this young man and I and that young lady out there, she was on the GSU Lady Tiger team, and this guy was a superstar at Grambling State on the basketball team as well. And so we all went to school together, so I'm very proud of you for that. In addition to, I have to be extra happy because you're coming and you all are in the Hearst Coliseum, which is, not to be territorial, my district. And you're giving life to it, and hopefully we can continue to bring some life to it, and we're just glad that you're in the community and on this side of the parish, you know, in the parish and on this side of the river. And so anything I can do for support or we can do, I just want to welcome you, welcome all of you, and thank you for giving us a chance at Shreveport Bossier, Caddo Parish.
Thank you, thank you. And we're excited. We wanted to make sure that it is inclusive and not exclusive. It's the Shreveport Bossier Mavericks, and if we could name all of the outside surrounding areas, the Howdens and all of that, then we can throw it in there too. We don't have room for it on the jersey, but it's all inclusive. We want everybody in this area to rally around it. So.
Okay, Commissioner Lynch.
You guys better all say you're married.
Thank you for inviting me to go to New Orleans with y'all, but I won't be able to make it.
Oh, okay.
They're meeting the Cougars, not bringing them.
Commissioner Lynn, you're out of order.
That's right. Cheerleaders.
Yes, ma'am. We have Lady Mav dancers.
Oh, God.
What? You can't even talk on them.
Okay, now, are you familiar with the Shreveport Suns? The ladies?
I am somewhat familiar with them, yes, ma'am.
All right, well, Mike Thibodeau is going to give you all the information you need on that. That's another group that...
I would think that would be an awesome partnership, and even to the point where we could do like an exhibition game or a pregame, a warm-up game for one of our home games. I think that would be a great idea, honestly. I mean, I have to speak to our game ops coordinator back there.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you.
How much the tickets are for the game?
General admission tickets are $12 for adults and $6 for kids. 5 and under get in free parking. We do a family pack of 2 adult tickets and 2 kids tickets for $30. So it saves you about 20%, roughly about 20%. It's meant to be affordable. I mean, the main question I get asked is why not the Century Tail? Why not the Century Tail? Well, because it would definitely translate to a higher admission. It would it would take us away from wanting to be able to provide this entertainment for this low cost.
Free parking and all that too, yeah.
It's great, and they're going to bring more than just basketball to the Hirsch. The company that owns the team, they've already booked several concerts throughout the year at the Hirsch. So, like you said, breathing life into that area of town for more than just the fair was a cornerstone of what we wanted to come in here and do.
Commissioner Epperson?
Yes. Coach Haygood, I appreciate you coming out. I had an opportunity to see you all practicing at the Boys and Girls Center while we were out, and I saw the black and gold, and I thought it was Fair Park. And I said, my God, that Fair Park basketball team, hang it up. Everybody come through that door had to bend down in that gym.
Yeah.
And I say, this is awesome. And I spoke with Miss Hamilton. I think she's one of the PR. And Brother Tyrone is Miss Hamilton, the husband. And I met her at the Veterans Affairs yesterday, and I asked if she'd come out and let you all introduce yourselves to the community, and we appreciate you being here.
Oh, yes, sir. We appreciate the
all
invitation.
goes well, I'll certainly be there on the 14th.
Well, we appreciate it. We hope to see all
as
you.
many other times as I can.
Check them out. Don't let them stiff y'all on the tickets. I brought tickets. So don't get the ticket. Check with them.
I got a couple more. Commissioner Johnson?
Yes, I want to welcome professional sporting back to Shreveport, and I hope that the citizens watching and the media let them know that they need to support this.
Yeah, they need
We've had teams to come and teams to go, and people always talk about
church.
entertainment, quality of life. This is quality of life improvement, bringing professional sporting back to Shreveport and not going over to the other side of the river. Even though it's a new arena, our arena still needs to be utilized. If it's not utilized, something else needs to happen to it. Appreciate you guys, and I know you were from Shreveport. I know your dad. I know you were real little. Actually refereed some games when you played, so I know the quality of basketball that you have been trained on and know about. And y'all need haircuts. Bowman right there. Wonderful job. Old style barbershop. That's where you want to go. But again, welcome to Shreveport, and I hope that the citizens of Caddo, Bossier, and the surrounding area will support you as well. But I'll be there.
Yes,
Commissioner Escudé?
Just want to welcome you and tell you we're excited to have you. And we need to get these regional rivalries going. I'll give you a little bit of insight. My in-laws live in Monroe.
Okay.
So when we play Monroe, you can identify their fans. They're all going to have long sleeve flannel shirts on. That's how you know the opposition.
Got them big beards too?
Yeah, they got them big beards too. Not Duck Dynasty before there was Duck Dynasty.
Duck calls in the pocket.
Commissioner Cox?
One real quick thing, when the Saints won the championship,
Who that?
Joe Obama was the leader to have that championship party down in front.
That's right.
Y'all go get us a championship. We will have y'all party right down in front.
Oh, honestly, if you've done any amount of research on the team, we're championship or bust.
Y'all stacked.
We've 89-7. Well, 90. We won the other night. So 90-7 in 3 years. Championship game every year we competed in the ABA. We lost the first one, won the last two, and a couple of our guys went to the team that won the last two ABA championships, and guess what? They came back to us.
There you go.
Yeah, we're looking championship or bust.
You get a chance to go to the pros. I mean, what does it mean?
It's really an exposure thing. Within America, there's more than one professional basketball organization. There's actually several, but as far as staying power, the ABA is the only one that's survived. CBA's come and gone. Right. ABL, USBA, USBL. It's a bunch of them. UBA, but the ABA is it's the same ABA that Dr. J played in. It's the same owners that ran the company. So, and they just give an opportunity to bring sports to some more areas.
Y'all use that. I guess it's my turn now. You third commissioner.
Mike Thibodeau, you got any moves still?
That's right.
Y'all still use the red, white, blue ball?
Yes, sir. We do use the red, white, and blue ball.
We, on behalf of the commission, and Commissioner Williams, you always talk about things that we don't have here in Shreveport, but y'all obviously have stepped up to provide another entertainment avenue. Then same thing that Commissioner Johnson said, it's a quality of life issue. You know, we've been hearing the ads on the radio, and we're, you know, I've got boys are 13 and 9, and you know, we've already talked about going, man, we're going to have a professional basketball team in Shreveport. So well, I'll definitely be there, driving up all the way from Vivian to some of the games, and I'm looking forward to it. And we just thank y'all for coming here. We really thank you for just stepping out and coming to our meeting to tell us a little bit about you and being here. That shows a lot of respect, and we're really thankful for y'all being here in Shreveport and Caddo Parish and Bossier, and we wish y'all the best of luck.
I appreciate it. I'm really just honored for the opportunity.
Okay, our next visitor is is it Cherokee Anderson? Is that right? Sharika? Handwriting's like mine.
Let me see. You know how you are, Vivian up there.
If you ever need an attorney, his name is Doug Dominic.
That's right. Number D.
She wrote with a pencil. Are you left-handed?
No.
I know it's too
Well,
close.
I do come bearing gifts.
Can you give us your name and address first, please?
My name is Sharika Anderson, 3913 Hutchinson Street, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71109.
Hey, go ahead.
Okay. I am coming representing Northwest Louisiana Community Development Corporation. Bishop Brandon is our president, and I am the executive administrator, program coordinator, and just bearing some gifts that just to let you all know who we are and what we do for the community. I did put the executive summary in there just to let you know what we have available at Northwest Louisiana Community Development Corporation, as well as I put different programs, the flyers in there as well that we have and promoting.
Yeah. Thank you.
Also, I wanted to thank you all for the grant for the home to road ownership. I really appreciate it because it helps a lot of people in the community. As you all will see, that the community has changed because people are now wanting to be homeowners instead of renters. So when you're a homeowner, you have a vote. So
Amen.
That's what we're going to keep pushing so that they will become more effective in the city as a community grows in Shreveport, Louisiana. We also offer here the back to school prayer backpack giveaways annually. And I know that you all have heard my name because I've called each and every last one of you all every year. And if y'all would like to look at y'all little gift bags that I provided for you all. I also provided a brochure for our educational center. It's Center of Hope. And we provide information to help educate young adults and youth suffering from addictions. So the program is really good because we have a lot to offer for them, not only just getting them off drugs and out of the streets, we also offer them life skill classes, job placement assistance, parenting classes, resume preparation that is really good for this job society now, interviewing techniques, as well as anger management, substance abuse education, mental health referrals, educational referrals, case management service, and conflict resolution, mentoring, and drug screening. And that is, it also gives you the time and hours of operation in the brochure. We also offer, again, the Road to Home Ownership. Our next Road to Home Ownership seminar will be December 12th, and I hope that you all could make it. That will be our last one for this year, so we'll go out with a bang. And also, we have the fourth Saturday volunteer that we go out to the community and we do community cleanup. And not only community cleanup, but we also help with helping them clean their houses and, paint their homes, as well as cleaning up the area around their homes. We also have the Fourth Saturday School. The Fourth Saturday School, it offers the opportunity for the kids to come out on Saturday. They get prepared for the ACT, the SAT, and also they do the GEE and the LEAP preparation. We also have an after-school tutorial program that is offered Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 3:30 to 5:30. And my last but not least, the Code Red. And I want to introduce the Mingos. They are over the Code Red, and the information is also in there.
Like Sharika said, the Mingos. Good evening. Thank you for having us here. I want to say thank you. Congratulations to Gerald Bowman for your position. And we go to church together. And I always say he's a humble man, and I love him. Thank you.
I love you too. Thank you.
Yes, we're with Code Red. My name is Adam Mingo. This is Alicia Mingo. And Code Red is basically we were birthed out of Praise Temple, out the CDC. And it's an organization that goes to different recreations and have activities for the youth and for elderly to keep the crime and the crime and stuff down in the community. So we had on March, these are the Code Red events. We had on March the 9th, it began at Praise Temple and ended at Airport Park District F. And on March the 22nd, we returned to Airport Park for a community game night. April the 17th, we participated in Caddo Parish Sheriff Department Victims Awareness event held at the Boys and Girls Club. We had a visual was held on June the 20th at Caddo Community Action Agent at David Raines. And August the 17th, we held our first annual Back to School basketball bash with over 200 participants at the Boys and Girls Club. And on August the 24th, we held a community rally at Bill Burris Park and returned. And on September the 6th, to host a community game night. And on September the 19th, we participated in a title lesson learned by Trayvon Martin. And this Thursday, September the 22nd, September 26th, at Texas Street Library downtown. And on September the 28th, we will be promoting education.
Okay, and that's just a little bit about where we've been and what we've done in the community. And some things that you can expect from us are game nights in the neighborhoods. That's a lot of the things that we've been doing already. We're also getting ready to launch our mentorship program in the month of January, which is National Mentorship Month. And what we will be focusing on is we will teach budgeting and financial planning. We will also do ACT and SAT prep courses beginning with the 7th grade, because the earlier you kind of start prepping for it, the better, the higher scores you score towards the end. We will also be teaching conflict resolution, because that's a lot of the issues with the crime and the violence that's been going on. We don't have a lot of social skills that are taught lately. And also volunteerism and servanthood, becoming productive citizens. We also promote community unity. It is our desire to build hope within the community, to also decrease the crime and increase awareness on violence. And that is pretty much Code Red, so we thank you guys.
Thank you for coming today.
Thank you,
I guess.
We do have some commissioners that want to talk. Commissioner Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm very familiar with the work that's been done by this organization, and especially the Code Red group. This is an organization that's trying to restore justice within our community. We can't get enough of mentoring. There's so much, it's still not enough. Currently, as you know, we'll be partnering up with you with the Swag Nation, and I've been there doing some project as well. But however, there's a national program called the Youth Promise Act. Currently, we're working to facilitate that here in Caddo. There was a meeting held the other day of some of the stakeholders. Our very own Senator Landry is one of the co-sponsors of the grant, and Tyree Scroggin is help facilitating that process as we speak. We definitely want you involved. We want to make sure that program or evidence-based, because you have a lot of fly-by-night, Johnny-come-late programs on the scene. When money comes, everybody show up. But those that have been in the trenches, volunteering their time, making the programs work, we want to make sure those resources go to where they need to be designed to be spent. And oftentimes they get caught up in bureaucracy and red tape and who you know, and acronym in front of your name and behind your name. So we definitely want you involved with the Youth Promise Act initiative. There will be another meeting scheduled, I think, November 21st. I definitely want you on the email. Matter of fact, the story is in the Shreveport Sun. Mr. Collins did a great story, and it's very inclusive, very diverse. We definitely want you involved to help facilitate that program, and hope by next year sometime we get some federal assistance, because a lot of local money dries up. When the local money dries up, the program die. So we want to give them a breath of fresh air, life, to make sure that you go even further in what you're doing, promoting anti-violence in our community and domestic violence. Break the silence. You know, a lot of times people don't break their silence. Cease the violence by breaking the silence. So when you get these people talking and they see people doing things in the community, they need to open their mouth, especially in our communities where most of this crime is being committed, perpetrated by black-on-black crime. We got to get to the point where we start loving each other, stop hating on each other. And it's time for, if there's ever been a time now, the time is now. So look forward to working with you in the future. So keep up the good work. Tax dollars well spent. Thank you.
Commissioner Bowman?
Yes, sir. I'll be brief. I just want to personally thank this group. I thank the president as well, Bishop, because like Commissioner Williams said, it's one thing you have a lot of fly-by-night places, but I am a part of Code Red. So when I do a lot of my stuff in the community, they're there. They're active from the Billberry, they're doing from the Boys and Girls Club. I mean, they've gone all out through Queensboro, throughout many different areas of the city. And you talk about the next generation, they're a part of it. And they're committed. It gives you energy because they're so committed about getting people away and the young people away from violence that it's going to take them, it's going to take myself, it's going to take a lot more people, but they are the catalyst to keep this thing going. And on the northwest part with Ms. Sharika, please keep this program going, because not personally, but I've seen what you all have done, even with families and people who did not have a place to stay, or more so, they know how to manage what it takes to be a homeowner or to be productive citizens with their homes. You know, it's one thing to have a home, but if you can't keep it up, you're better off, you know, sometimes without it. So it really makes a difference. I thank you all for that, and I just ask and implore that you continue doing it, because this is what the parish and the city needs. And I'm grateful to be a part and to even work with you all and to observe what you all do. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
Mr. Clerk, next item.
We have no other citizen comments. We have no visitors. We move to special resolutions. Resolution of recognition for Mr. Wilbert Winans, motocross champion, son of Mr. and Miss Wilbert Winans Sr.
Come up, Mr. Wilbert.
Moving second.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Williams. And seconded by Commissioner Johnson. All those in favor need to go ahead and vote for that now?
You go ahead and read it. You want me to read it?
And then vote for it?
Yep.
Commissioner, if you'd like to read it, I'd be happy for you to.
So
All right, I will read it.
let's all stand for the reading, please.
Get old, Mr. Wilbur, you'll wear glasses too. Mr. Chairman, to members of the commission, resolution of recognition to Mr. Wilbert Winan III. Whereas the Caddo Commission desires to give appropriate recognition to those young people of Caddo Parish who aspire, strive, and excel, and who is so doing reflects much honor and prestige upon the parish. And whereas Wilbert Winan III, a 7th grade student at Calvary Baptist Academy, has attained numerous awards and distinction as a result of the exemplary achievement he has made in the course of his involvement with motocross racing. Wilbert began competing at the age of 6, and in the 7 years of racing has grown into a champion, finishing in first place of 2012 Texas Lone Star State Championship MX Series in 85 class division. And whereas from the time his father took him to motocross racing event in Plaindale, Louisiana, he has taken an inspiration and love for his sport, and not only built his character and demonstration, he has shared that inspiration with classmates and other aspiring motocross racers across the area. Now therefore be resolved, the Caddo Commission in regular session convened this 7th day of November 2013, that it does hereby heartily congratulate and commemorate Mr. Wilbert Winan III for his outstanding achievement in a remarkable array of skills and talent, and for the splendid example he has set as a young person with discretion, focus, responsibility, discipline, and determination, traits which will serve him well through his life. Madam Chairman, Lindor Baker's not here, and then Commissioner Doug Dominic, Vice President, yours truly, Commissioner Michael Williams, and the rest of the commission. On behalf of this body young man, it gives me great honor and a privilege, not only to you, but to your mother and your father, because it takes two to raise a child. Oftentimes, young mothers raise children by themselves. And to see your father expose you to something different than what most young boys get exposed to, besides drugs, gang violence, and the traditional way of basketball, track, and baseball, he introduced you to something, and you took heed to it. I am so proud of you. And most time, most mothers and fathers don't spend quality time with their children. Sometimes you see young people on the street, Mr. Wilbur. Little boys be out late at night by themselves, Commissioner Smith, hanging out. The mother and father don't know where their kids at. Maybe we need to start having places where mother and father can spend quality time with their kids if they won't do it at home. Maybe they need to spend quality time with them in jail. But they won't spend it with them when they're free. So we got to find a way to take this country back and preserve our future, because America is the greatest country on the planet. If we don't do something to try to save and to preserve it, we're going to lose it. So I just want to commend you and your wife. Your wife is not here today, but at least Dad is here. This man is here. And I'm very proud of you. God bless you. Keep up the good work. Hope we can get a motocross here ongoing at the Coliseum. We'll be another event, bring our young family and quality and quantity here in our community. So we're going to be working with Commissioner Escudé, I hope, at the Sports Commission, to have an ongoing event at the Coliseum in the future. And hope that'll be another event, we can offer alternatives here besides what we see in our community, and help our young people stay off the street to be productive, tax-paying, tithing citizens. All right? God bless you. God keep you. Keep up the good work. Go ahead and say, tell her how you got started in everybody sit down.
Well, how I got started racing dirt bikes is when we were just riding one day, and so we just seen this. We went down this old dirt road, and I looked to my right, and I seen this old motocross track, and I seen a couple of guys out there racing dirt bikes. So I just decided to go in there and see what they were doing, and I seen my dad. I told my dad that I looked at all of them, and some told me that, well, but you need to start racing dirt bikes, and I started racing, and from that day on, it's been good ever since.
All right. Mr. Wilbur, you got anything to say?
My name is Wilbur Wine, and he is good in racing. Only thing about it, we race all out of town in different areas, like down in Texas or Houston. He won in Houston. We go to Dallas all the time. He win there. And we go down south. He win. He just need a place around here where he can win it. We do have a race coming up this week at Grand Cane. It's called the Sodium X. He gonna run in it this weekend on Sunday.
Right.
And that's all I got to say, and thank you.
Mr. Wilbur also is a proud businessman here. He has a body shop. That's how I met him. I couldn't even put a light bulb in my car. So they told me at the auto place, go see Mr. Wilbur. So I went and saw Mr. Wilbur, and that's how I came to get to know you. And when you started telling me your story and I saw the Wall of Fame and all the hardware in your facility, I said, I want to take this proud moment to recognize one of our finest young men in America, right here in Shreveport. And we're proud to let you know we love you and we're behind you, and we hope to continue to down the road. So I'll be getting with Commissioner Escaday and our administration and try to have an ongoing event out there at the Coliseum in the future.
Okay.
So thank you and God bless you.
Okay.
Mr. Winans, hang on. Commissioner Lynch wants to
Yeah, I
speak
just
to
had
you
a
real
quick
quick.
question. What is it that's exactly needed to have a, whatever?
Motocross.
y'all do? Yeah. What is that? Yeah, I don't really know.
Well, we're talking about indoors and outdoors tracks.
Okay.
Outdoor track is just a big, large area of land, and you have to be well, we was talking on the fairground, where we have a smaller place, build a indoor arena. Indoor arena would really put out for him, because indoor arenas, we don't have any down here. We have people like City Motors and bring they racing out here, but when we get it, I mean, it takes a lot of money to get it started. But they ain't racing here this no more. They usually racing Monroe, they usually racing Lafayette. He brought a race about 2 years ago here at the time the fair was going. Okay, when he had the marina races, you would like to see. It'd be a lot of money made, a lot of money. And I think we could do good if we had one at the fairground.
Let me ask you, because I'm trying to remember, you know, when those guys came and was talking to us about Fort Wade, was this one of those things they had in
I
there?
don't remember, but that would be that would be the area, if we ever participated, that would be the place to put it probably, if you ever did.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Let's vote, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they got bike trails. Commissioner Cox?
A few years back, I was in promotions, and we had looked at this, and I thought we already had something locked in stone, but this was about 3-4 years ago. I'd like to start looking at it again, because it is very popular in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and they go nuts over it. It's good for our economy, for a weekend event. In one event, you'll have like 9-10 races, and kids love it. And when you start talking about kids starting to love it, that means parents love it because they know where their kids are.
Amen.
So congratulations to you, sir. Keep going, because I remember a young man named Freddie Spencer that did us proud. And he went from pedaling to racing, and he was a world champion. So do not let anybody hold you back. I mean, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Did we vote on it?
Oh, we did need to vote for that. Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, so that passes.
Next, we have a resolution of recognition for Mr. Joe Solomons, Industrial Development Board member, resigning after years of service.
So moved.
Second. Have a motion by Commissioner Johnson, seconded by Commissioner Lynn. All voting in favor of this, we can vote for that at this time. He's not doing it. That passes.
Okay, next we have proclamation recognizing Veterans Celebration Week.
Motion made by Commissioner Epperson, seconded by Commissioner Williams to recognize the Veterans Week celebration. All those in favor can vote at this time. That passes. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Do you want this read, Mr.?
No, sir, I think we.
Okay. All right. Next, we'll move to communiques and committee reports.
Okay. Let's see what we got on the board. Commissioner Thibodeau?
Yeah, Michelle put additional evaluation sheets in everybody's box. Please complete them and turn them in to me. I've got a few of them, but I'd like to have all of them.
Does it need to be by pencil or pen, or does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. All right, Mr. Epperson?
Yes, sir. Everything is in place for the Vets Parade and Honor Ceremony Sunday. The parade will begin at 2:00 p.m. on the west side of Independence Stadium. We'll go down the main midway of the Louisiana State Fairground, which is about 6/10 of a mile to the Boys and Girls Club at 2831 Greenwood Road. The honorees and the person that's on program will come through the back entrance. Our Grand Marshal will be the Adjutant of the Louisiana National Guard, Brigadier General Joanne Sheridan. And she will also be our guest speaker at the honor ceremony. We'll be honoring 10 veterans from the Caddo Bossier area. 2 of them will be honored posthumously, and I never could pronounce that, but
got it.
anyway.
Posthumously.
All right. The program is excellent. The Louisiana Department of Veterans Affairs Director, Rodney Alexander, the newly appointed director, he will be here. The Police Jury Association President, Mr. Melvin Heyman, will be in the parade, and we're going to certainly recognize him for adding a new steering committee to the Police Jury Association of Louisiana Military Service and Veterans organization, because we realized the focus of that when we had to band together and really battle to fight a 5,300 soldier reduction at the Joint Readiness Training Center in Fort Polk, Louisiana. So we want to make recognizing our military and our veterans a philosophy and not a program, because it's something that adds to our life economically every day, and sometimes we take it for granted. And we never realize the impact unless we have these budget cuts and sequesters. There will not be a B-52 flyover this year, nor a parachute jump because of the shutdown and the sequester. The FAA is about 30 days behind. They did not budget any money for the B-52 flyover, so we won't have that this year. We're asking everyone to come out. All veterans and their family members will be admitted free of charge. We're asking everyone to come out and make this a fun-filled day for the entire family, and it is the last day of the fair. We have a Vietnam-era veterans showing. It's going to have over 2,000 artifacts of things and equipments and items that happened during the Vietnam War. It's going to be on display, and it'll be free and open to the public. I would also ask the administrator and maybe some of my colleagues here, if we think it might be nice if we could say pick one of those nights that the Shreveport Bossier Mavericks will be playing, and make that Caddo Parish night at the Mavericks, and we all band together and plan toward that date, and we all come out as a group and cheer them on initially in that. So if that's something we might think about doing, and we can get, including not the commission, all of our staff, and everyone, Mr. Wilson, could be included. Of course, it's voluntary, you know, but just something to show support.
That sounds great.
And my final deal is, I don't know how we're keeping up with the situation with the Affordable Care Act. I had an excellent article in the paper that I read the other day. One headline said more than 92,000 Louisiana residents will lose their health policies, and they stated why. And right across the page from it, the Louisiana Medicaid program will have a $50 million budget gap, whom the legislatures would be asked to plug from somewhere in some way, form, or fashion in the upcoming session. And also, let's bear in mind that our governor and the legislature turned down the 90-10 match on Medicaid, which would have helped out tremendously here. So, just food for thought. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Epperson. I would like to commend you for all your hard work that you've done with the Veterans Day celebration. I've seen it firsthand. You're doing an outstanding job. I hope y'all get to go out and support you this weekend. Hope that everybody who's watching TV today heard that announcement and will come out and support us at the parade this weekend. Commissioner Epperson, you still have another item you
just got
text?
Right, from Guys Academy.
Okay.
Located 1141 Shreveport Barksdale Highway in the what they call it, Shreve City Shopping Center. Free haircuts to all veterans.
Okay.
Tuesday through Saturday from 8 to 5 p.m.
Okay.
Can they cut out? Can they,
It's a school. They cut everybody.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea for get out and support the Shreveport Bossier Mavericks. That'd be a good idea. Commissioner Lynn?
This past Tuesday night, we had the first public hearing for the UDC meeting. It was well received. Almost every single seat was occupied. We had the representation from the MPC that was assigned to serve on the master plan in the UDC. We also had representation from City Council Jeff Everson and Rose McCullough, and both Commissioner Escadade and myself were there as well. Some good points were brought up, and it was the first step. And I would, excuse me, Commissioner Williams
you
was
didn't
there as
notice
well.
me, okay.
You got there early, and you sat in front of me, and I meant to catch that anyway.
I didn't have my suit on. You didn't recognize me, brother.
And so it was well received, and we look forward to more participation from the public on the future meetings as well. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Lynn. Commissioner Cox?
We had touched base on the giant Sylvania. We had a couple of gentlemen from the city who has the department of spraying the giant Sylvania in the Cross Lake. And we got a lot of emails. I know Commissioner Johnson and I both got emails from some residents from that neighborhood you were talking about. And just so happened, Mr. Escadade sent a link to Channel 3, who did a story where Cypress Black Bayou was basically doing what we had suggested here at this body, was to contract the gentleman that has the, what do they call it?
Harvester. The
water mower. And he was basically cutting it up. He has another boat now that pushes it around and gets as far away from the bank as possible, and then they're just mulching this stuff up. Then they'll go back and spray it. Well, that was the same thing we talked about here on Monday's work session. But then again, we have to deal with the Mr. Mike Wood, Director of Inland Fisheries, Wildlife and Fisheries down in Baton Rouge. I'll be honest with you, it's time for us to either do something on our own and help this out, because can the picture or can the camera get in on this? Dr. Wilson sent this to everybody, has got it on the desk. I'll tell me if it's, when it gets up there, 'cause I can't turn around. This is Forest Dam, North Caddo. Now look at how bad that is. And that's all giant Sylvania.
Oh, wow.
Now, do we wait for the bureaucrats and the people who make $200,000 a year sitting down in Baton Rouge behind a desk that really doesn't know what they're doing, make decisions for us? Or are we going to try to make this a situation where we can turn around and try to do something on our own? We have a body of water that is within Caddo Parish's lines. We'll work with the city, work with the parish, and we'll just tell the state to sit back and watch and how it should be done. I would like President, Vice President, along with Mr. Johnson, maybe a couple other commissioners, sit down and really look at this before the next month or so, and let's come up with something. Because we have bodies of water just like the picture I just showed you that is growing.
I think what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to Commissioner Baker, because President Baker, and ask her probably to, I don't know if we do a special committee, but we need to probably look at that in some type of committee with some of us guys like myself in the rural area that has the Caddo Lake and Black Bayou.
You've got a stake.
I have the different, a different part, but and you guys in the city to see what we can do about this.
Well, my main concern was to quit sitting back waiting on the state to figure out what they want to do. We have an obligation to the taxpayers of Caddo Parish, and if the city of Shreveport's willing to come in and do their part, we do our part, and we get this done. Because on the news, it looked really good as far as what they had done in a half a day, and then they got rained out. So I'm going to make a trip up there just to take a look at it and see what it looks like. But I think it's something that we need to look at, because like Mr. Escudé had said on Monday's work session, if we keep doing the way we're doing it and we're just killing it and letting it sink to the bottom of the ground underwater, well then sooner or later we're going to have to dredge that. And that's not cheap money either. Okay, so
Cross Lake?
yeah.
Yes.
80 million, that was a 5-year-old estimate.
Right. Okay, 80 million bucks to do that in Cross Lake. Can you imagine where the money's going to have to come through? City can't do it. We can't do it. But I think we need to go proactive on this and be quick about it, and show that we don't have to wait on Baton Rouge bureaucrats to get an answer.
Mr. Wilson, you have something to say about this?
Yes, sir. Mr. Mike Wood will be here on the 21st of November.
Oh, that's going to be real good.
Okay.
Okay. One more thing. Switching gears a little bit. Sunday night, Cowboys versus the Saints.
Woo, Saints.
Yeah. The Saints are represented here today, and I hope it's a great game. Everybody go out and have a good time and watch a good
Saints
game.
over here.
Yeah.
It's all
Saints.
Saints over here.
Saints.
Saints over here.
There you go. Thank you. Hey, I got 2 years left. I ain't got nothing to lose.
Who you for, Stephanie?
She don't even know football.
Who you for?
You, John.
Woo!
That's the best answer.
Thank you. Put the honey out. Watch out. Bees sting.
He's married, Stephanie. Remember, he is married.
Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Bowman.
Yes, sir. Just a quick announcement. The Animal Welfare and Service Committee will have our meeting on November 18th, our next meeting. So I want to thank Attorney Frazier, our parish attorney, for being present. Our wonderful director, Brother Everett, thank you. He's really done very well and helping and everything, so I commend you, sir. And I believe that we'll get a lot accomplished coming soon from it. The next thing is tonight, there is a affordable health care seminar at 6 p.m. at Morning Star, and Commissioner L.B. Johnson will be there as well. He's one of the persons who helped me to put it on and spearhead, so I want to let him know I'll be there and support, along with Senator Greg Tarver. I believe he's going to be there. But I want to invite everyone to come, because this is something that affects everyone, as Commissioner Epperson was speaking about, and I applaud Commissioner LBJ for allowing this to go on as well. So, and if anyone cared, for the third part, this Saturday I'll be speaker for the Young Democrats of Louisiana, a guest speaker. So that's at 9 o'clock.
I'll be with my grandbaby.
Okay. You got a grandchild?
Is it open to independence?
November 9th at St. Matthew. What is it on? That doesn't help you, does it? Here we go. St. Matthew AME Church.
Okay.
1610 Murphy Street. And the topic is Know Your Politics, Know Your Party, Know Yourself. And it's a way to get the youth energized as well to register to vote. So I just wanted to encourage anyone.
Commissioner Williams.
Thank you, man. I just want to weigh in on the conversation about the Salvina plant. I think Mr. Cox and Escudé and others who spoke on this issue, we got to think about moving forward and looking forward down the road is just continue to coexist in our water. There was a multi-dimensional approach of cutting and spraying, and there are other pesticides that are spraying in that water too. You know, we have to make sure that our water is safe. And unfortunately, we keep spraying and keep spraying and keep spraying. Eventually, something will happen. So I'm like you. We need to roll up our sleeve, get in the trenches, and get this done as soon as possible. The bureaucracy and the red tape, all we do is take from people. Take their tax dollars, and they can't get a return back. It's been going on even before I got here. Even in our budget process, I see where we have plans for it. But we keep doing the same old thing, we get the same old results. We need to move forward. We need to find a solution to this issue. It's not going away until we find ways to make it disappear if we can. So let's move on this. You know, I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. It makes sense to me to cut than to spray. You know, all the millions and $1 million spraying pesticides in this water. sooner or later it's gonna harm our bodies. And all me saying, I told you so. So let's move on that as soon as we can. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I wanted to piggyback on Commissioner Cox's comments, and I had asked Ms. Frazier to do some research to see what we can actually do legally with Cross Lake, since it's actually owned by the city of Shreveport. Really wasn't too really thrilled about some of the answers that we got from the city workers. I know they're doing what they can basically do with the resources that they have, but we don't want to wait till we get to crisis situation before we have to do something totally different. If we can nip it in the bud early, let's go ahead and try to nip it in the bud early. I did receive some emails, and I shared with the rest of the commissioners the emails one of the emails that I got back from one of the residents in the Mallard Bay area, and she was real pleased at how fast we brought somebody down and got some kind of answers and some kind of conversation about the Sylvania and the other greenery vegetation that's growing in Cross Lake. And this is not the only lake that's being affected by it. You know, Cross Lake, Caddo Lake, all our lakes in northwest Louisiana are being affected by it. But we have to put some kind of plan together, and if there's something that we do here that can benefit the other lakes, then that's a wonderful deal. I did talk to State Senator Barrow Peacock yesterday, and he told me that there are research that's going on now to come up with a different type of weevil that will survive up here because of the cold weather. Just like the gentleman from Shreveport said, that once it gets cold, that weevil dies. So they actually are doing a lot of research to try to find or to make a weevil.
Hybrid.
Yeah, to make a weevil that would basically live in the cold weather. And that's pretty much what they're putting most of their marbles in the bag in, is to develop this particular weevil. But in the meantime, we just can't sit back and wait. We actually have to get out and try to do something to minimize the effect of this Sylvania. So Ms. Fraser, continue to research what we can do, and when you get halfway answer or something, let me know, so then we can see how we can circle around that and make something happen for Cross Lake. Thank you.
The other, those other plants that you're talking about, they're called the water hyacinth and hydrilla. That's the other plants. Okay, next item, Mr. Clerk.
One more thing under communications I wanted to remind, since we're approaching the end of the year, that our ethics training that's required yearly, that we need to have that done by the end of the year. Some have already done it, but I just want to take the next couple meetings and remind y'all. Next, we move to the President's report.
I have none at this time, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
I'm gonna get it better one of these days.
I hope it's nicer to me tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Next, we move to the adopted minutes of the regular meeting held on October 17th.
Have it.
Who made the motion? Second.
I got a motion by Commissioner Williams, seconded by Commissioner Lynn. All vote. Next item.
Adopted minutes of special meeting held on October 24th, 2013.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Williams, seconded by Commissioner Johnson. Please vote. That passes. Next item.
Next, we move to public hearing on ordinances. Ordinance number 5346 of 2013, amending the budget of estimate revenues and expenditures for the Capital Outlay Fund, Riverboat Fund, Building Maintenance Fund, and the Capital Improvement Fund to terminate completed or lapsed capital projects for the year 2013.
So moved.
Cool. It's public hearing.
Public hearing.
Okay, declare the public hearing open at this time. Is there anybody here who wishes to speak in favor of this ordinance? Is there anybody here who wishes to speak against this ordinance? Declare this public hearing closed. Next item.
Move to ordinance for final passage. Ordinance number 5346 of 2013.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Lynch.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Bowman. See no discussion. Please vote.
You want to vote on it?
And that passes. Next item.
Zoning ordinance for introduction, zoning case P1313 in regard to ordinance number 5370 of 2013, 10,900 block of Norris Ferry. Request to rezone property from RA residential agriculture to R1D urban one-family residence. Next, we move to ordinance for introduction by title. Authorize introduction of ordinance number 5371 of 2013, declaring certain adjudicated properties to be surplus and authorize the parish administrator or designee to sell Texas interests. Next, we move to the minutes of the November 4th work session.
So moved.
We have a motion by Commissioner Escaday, second by Commissioner Williams.
You want to vote?
Please vote. That passes. Next item.
Resolution number 68 of 2013, canvassing returns and declaring certain results of special elections held in Caddo Parish, Louisiana on Saturday, October 19th, authorizing incurring debt and issuance of bonds therein.
So moved.
So moved by Commissioner Lynch, seconded by Commissioner Bowman.
Thank you.
Please vote. And that passes.
Resolution number 69 of 2013, canvassing returns and declaring certain results of special election for October 19th election. Vote upon adoption amendments to the Home Rule Charter.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Lynch, seconded by Commissioner Bowman. Please vote. That passes. Next item.
Authorize resolution number 70 of 2013, giving written public notice of regularly scheduled meetings of the Caddo Parish Commission for the calendar year 2014.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Bowman, second by Commissioner Williams. Please vote.
Adjourn.
Hang on.
Wait a minute now.
The president.
That passes. Next item.
We have our listing for final confirmation for December 5th of the end of year appointments.
Okay, everybody needs to review those and make sure you have the appointments ready.
That's all we have. That's all we have.
Do we need, we don't?
No, we're not doing that.
No, we'll do that on the 5th. You'll confirm them on
Remind
the
everybody
5th.
to please
I
review.
got mine. Clean the house.
We are adjourned.
I'm gonna give me some of them beans, man.
They got beans in here, dog.
Where's
I've been there.
Burial.
Oh, we're going
Some of these beans, man.
back and forth.
About what they run for a 36 inch.
I bet you doesn't know your mama.